See?
Okay.
It's on. It's doing things.
Oh, it is recording now?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it is. The little red light's on.
Hello, and welcome to CysterWigs After Dark. We're gonna kick it down a notch, take it easy, take it slow. Do it a bit more relaxed. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Smooth.
We're casual wear.
Casual.
Yes.
Smooth and easy.
So, at the beginning we spent a lot of time on the build-up. We talked about that a lot. And then we didn't really talk much in the rest of the footage about what happened. We sort of sped through it, I think, because we were hungry. Yeah. So...
As we were recording for something like 4 hours, and we wanted to get some food in before the restaurants closed. Well, I did mention one of your viewers, Mary, asked about how long it was before you told me about the wig. And that's an excellent question, Mary. That's a damn fine question. See, the thing is, when I met Heather, she was 19. This was before she ever put a wig to her head. And as I was training her in the projection booth, the thing about the projection booth is it's got relatively low lighting at weird angles, and my eye level was about the same level as her scalp. So I could see the light glinting off her scalp through thin hair, and didn't bother me at all. As you might be able to see from my t-shirt here, the Mos Eisley Cantina shirt, I'm a bit of a Star Wars and generally science fiction fan. So I've been exposed to lots of very attractive female characters who don't have hair, or hair in weird ways, one ponytail off the top of a bald head, or head tentacles, or whatever. So long as the face is attractive, anything else is fair game. I would love you even with head tentacles.
Okay, thank you. There's his answer. And then I just want to say, for me, I want to touch on the fact that I've always just been very upfront about this stuff. I try to live very transparently to a fault at times, and I just tell people right away. Like if it's not a situation where they noticed before I started wearing wigs, like when I was on the dating scene, I would always tell people immediately, because it's sort of an a-hole test, you know? Because I don't really want to be with the kind of person that I have to sell on the notion, hey, I'm losing my hair, because it's going whether I like it or not. So I shouldn't have to do the extra legwork to make people be compassionate about that. If they're not going to be compassionate, I want to know right away, because if they're not going to be able to overlook that sort of thing, it's going to be a deal breaker. And
if you go for a science fiction fan, people who like Star Wars, Ilya from Star Trek, Lady Macbeth from Project Geeker, very attractive bald women or balding women. I had known from the introduction that her hair was thinning, and it didn't bother me in the slightest. You're telling me about your cousin who pointed out to you at 17?
Oh my gosh, yeah! When I was about 17 or 18, I was at like a family get-together, and one of my cousins, who's like 6'4", I'm 5'8", he was looking down at my head, and I was like, what? And he said, Heather, you're bald. And he screamed it like really loud, like, ha, you're bald. And that was embarrassing. You know, so some people are just
insensitive.
Yeah, that's being nice. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that he knew he wasn't being a nice person when he was saying that stuff. But like, why? Just can you let them know for a moment why I was talking about my dating life throughout the storyline so far, but you didn't mention anything about yours?
Right. How much detail do you want me to go into?
Nothing more than what you're comfortable with. So if that is a big fat none at all, then I understand that.
All right, well, let me put it this way. The reason I didn't talk much about my dating life throughout these videos of how our relationship progressed is because I didn't really date. there's not much to say other than I loved Heather. When she moved on, I tried to move on, but my heart really wasn't in it, and I think the other women could tell that my heart wasn't really in it. I tried a couple times, but it just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel anything like as good or reciprocal or rewarding as when I was in a relationship with Heather, because we clicked so well. We clicked extremely well, to the point where over the phone, this is before video phones, where over the phone I could tell what she was going to do, because if I complimented her or said how much I loved her, she would look down and to the left. It's just something she does that I notice, and
I just did it again. Yeah.
There you go.
It's reflexive.
I know it's reflexive, but it's something I notice about you, because I love you and I take notice of these things.
Is that stuff really true?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I did try, but it's hard to get over you, you know. I mean, once.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Really?
And once you go Heather, what else is there?
Are you for real?
Yeah. I mean, I did try to move on, but I think they could tell my heart wasn't entirely in it.
I love you.
What can I say? We're very, very, very sickeningly compatible.
I hope it'll drive you too nuts.
Compared to what? You can't be... The thing is, Heather, I know that you love me. We get along very well. Whatever you do that you consider quirky or eccentric or whatever, that's fine. I love you because you are different. I love you because you are unique. And what's more, you're not cruel about it. Now, she who must not be named, we shall not speak of her. I mean, okay. There is one thing. I mean, the last time we broke it off, I did sort of go into an almost immediate rebound, because I'd just finished paying off the ring, and I just had it broken off. We both kind of moved on a little bit. Like, he started dating somebody and I started dating somebody, and but for me, the person I was dating was more like a friend. And at the time, my arthritis was acting up really badly. I've been developing rheumatoid arthritis since I was 33. It's like 10 years ago. And the irritating thing about that is I kept getting achier and it got harder to move, and the doctors kept saying, well, you're fat, it must be gout. So they kept testing me for gout, and it didn't happen. It took 5 years to convince them that I was getting some kind of arthritis. And they put me on medication, and within 6 weeks I was feeling amazingly better. But at the time my mobility was really hampered, and I just didn't feel like doing anything socially whatsoever. Let's see. Because we still had a lot in common. Yeah. I mean, we still liked each other. The friendship was still there. The commonalities were still there. Yeah. 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 Well, you're one of my closest friends ever. So I would never want to stop talking to you. So I have to marry you. Oh, darn. Yeah, I know. After a while. So I just started dating again and realized really quickly that online dating is horrifying. The worst. Not everyone on there is terrible. That's not what I'm trying to say. But man,
There's just a lot of really weird, rude behavior that goes on these sites. I'm just not interested in it.
I just keep thinking about my friend Susie. Susie is a young lady I used to work with at my previous place of work, and she was on dating sites for a while, and she had a description for the type of guys who just pose so that you can see their pecs and abs. She calls them torsos. Basically, here's a picture of my torso.
Yes.
Drool at me.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, don't get me started, it's disgusting. And so, you know, but I tried to date a bit, especially right after I dropped out of grad school, because I was so depressed about that. I was so depressed about that because
you were agonizing about that.
My God, they didn't make it easy for me to drop out of grad school. Just BT dubs. Because so the head of the computational sociology group at UGA in the graduate school there, she was BFFs with one of my professors from my bachelor's program in Akron. But anyway, they were friends, and they were like high level in their department. And she caught wind that I was at UGA too, and she contacted me, this lady from the computational sociology department, and she tried to get me to join the sociology program and to be a part of this computational sociology group. And it was a PhD program, so basically they were trying to take me from a master's program to a PhD in a different field, because my bachelor's is in sociology. And so it kind of married the two in a way that I thought was even a little bit better than my master's program, and she offered me a bigger stipend of several $1,000s more, and I walked away from that too. So that was really hard because they were giving me my dream position on a silver platter, and it was just too late. It was too late. I wasn't interested anymore. But yeah, I eventually ended up going to California and spending some time with some friends out there, and we did not get along. We fought from the moment I got there.
It was a bit misogynistic as well.
Oh, he was terrible. He was so sexist. He was awful. So yeah, I basically wanted to come right home immediately after. I explored over there by myself.
Yeah.
A lot. I traveled all over Southern California, and I mean, I would drive all through the desert in Arizona and stuff like that. I mean, it was a very nice experience, but I mean, I spent a lot of time by myself because I made the most of the trip, but I didn't spend much time with my companion. And
then of course, me being me and worrying about her, I was concerned for her, of course. I've known her for long enough that I don't think she's an idiot. I know she definitely thoroughly researches absolutely everything that will go on in her life. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thoroughly researches everything.
Yes.
But, you know, it doesn't stop me from worrying about her. So I'd call her up and check on her every so often. And apparently, because this guy was, shall we say, less than gentlemanly and a bit abrasive, that she actually spent more time talking to me on the phone than she spent with this guy.
It's true.
She had a 3-week vacation out west, and when she got back, she felt so disappointed by the general outcome of it. I mean, she enjoyed the exploration, she enjoyed the food, she enjoyed all the new experiences as you generally do when you travel.
Yeah.
But
I was basically traveling by myself.
Yeah, but the relationship part of it was a complete downer. So I figured, right. You even said, I need a vacation from my vacation. Yes. Yes, she did.
Yes.
So I hatched a plan, a cunning plan. And I said, well, why don't you come out and visit me? So I saved up my money. We made the plans. I bought her a plane ticket, and we made the plans to fly her out, and that's where it picks up speed.